What happened?
Bro,
Oh,
Yeah,
first
let
yeah,
thing,
EU,
we are
EU.
in complex pullback, and we have not reached efficiency of pullback of our dealing range.
Okay,
Second, Asia dropped 85 pips. Third, yesterday NY Asia reacted demand, which is SMT.
okay,
EU then induced NY high and did POS. So that's a valid like bearish leg inside complex pullback. And now here within 50% of uh, Asia, we just like a went sell. And there's a lot of liquidity below.
okay. That's good reasons. Let me show you why I sold, right? So if you're looking at H1 and we understand our dealing range, right? Let me draw it down real quick. This is our dealing range. This is the last low that led to the higher high H1 structure, right? So this is our dealing range, just on a H1, not on a H4, not on a daily. Okay? We want to understand what? Find liquidity pools. Where can we see liquidity? Okay, now let's see at this 900 level, which is a what? A major support resistance level. Okay, now if you put a line on this 900, what can you see? Bam, bam, bam. If it does not close with a body, it's still valid to them. You see this? This is was a resistance. Come back, turn around, becomes what? A support. So if I want to buy, I want body close below this. I want price to body close below this so I could take them out. Wicks, these guys are still in. Support resistant traders from here, they were still in. So if I'm gonna buy, and like I said, this can lead to a higher high, which I doubt. I'm only looking for here for a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a complex pullback and we understand high time frame narrative, right?
Yeah.
So when you open M15 and read this, right, you can see all the inducements, right? Bearish inducements. Now, you open the Asia session, right? And you wake up and you see Asia session pushed 80 pips, right? When you wake up and you see Asia session pushed 80 pips, there's no London reversal. You look for a London continuation. Asia session does not just
Yeah.
push 80 pips. On average, Asia session push what? 29 pips right there. You see this? On average. So when you wake up and you see 80 pips pushed in Asia, that's called intent, right? That's called what? Intent. So now if we look, how can you anticipate this? How can you um trade off this, right? So we understand M15. What's M15 structure, right? Look, this is the high that has led to what? This low, right?
Yes.
What do we understand? If you want to buy, you need a medium inducement. Do you have a medium inducement? No, you don't, right? So what do you look? What's continuation? It will be a continuation sell to where? From where, right? Okay, now we open the session. Okay, what do you have? Midline of Asia. What did you have? A minor inducement in London. So now, okay, let's drop down to the M1. See what's going on, right? And you understand what? You understand this is a weak low that has failed to do what? Failed to go make a higher high. Becomes a what? A smart money trap. You don't try to, this is not a demand. If you want to trade from a higher,
Yes.
believe in your analysis, do your thing, but this is
hello,
not a demand, right? Price is bearish. High, low, lower, high, low, low. Okay, so now if we look
hello.
here and you go on M5,
What's this?
just to try to investigate this, right?
Yeah,
What can we see here, right? This is the last low that has
uretse
led to that
kumbwira
high high, right? Look, price break, test, and push
mwarangije aho
lower,
ngaho.
right? Break and test.
Okay,
Price broke and
Yes.
test.
uze gufata ibintu
What?
none.
Oh, Shane, I don't know what you're doing,
Wavugishije
Shane.
ba obedi tugahurira kuri sitasiyo cyangwa
All right, that's muted now, so we don't gotta worry about that. Um,
That wasn't me, by the way.
oh, my fault, bro. Yeah, I realized after. Um, so here, okay, what do you look for, right? You see here. London Open on a minor inducement. Lovely stuff. Lovely. Just give me 1 second. All right. So now let's see. London opened on a minor inducement of what? This break test. This break and test. Break and retest. Right here, right? Price broke, test, and you can see this area right here. It's a break and retest.
Yes.
50% of Asia. Continuation. What you have? Minor inducement of the high right here. What is this? A Frankfurt high. Frankfurt high, minor inducement, right? So now just mark structure. This is the last low, right? That has led to this higher high. And if we expecting a bearish continuation, what do you want from this area? To be a trap. You can see here, minor inducement, right? Price push low. Builds more liquidity here. Another minor inducement. Look at this, yeah? This is not random. Look, push low. Mitigate the smart money trap. Look. Break, retest. Another minor inducement. If you end from here, from this top, beautiful trade, right? If you like me and you want to be a little conservative, right? You wait for what? You wait for this now to break this low, okay? And how can you get in? Go look on M3, right? Open M3. Look here. This is the last reaction. Look, yeah? Last reaction before the bearish leg. And this is your zone. Look at how this M3 candle closed. Go back, test it, go do whatever you gotta do. This will be a decisional that led to this breaker structure. You can see from here you could have entered, or can you target for a partial? You take a 1 to 3. After that, target whatever you want. I'm targeting Asia low. If it comes back, takes me out, I'm not mad because I'm just following my trading plan. Plus I close a partial, so I wouldn't care. If it comes takes me out now, I don't care about. I don't expect this to hold. So if it ends up holding, I'm not mad. It's my position on break even, and I close 1 to 3 partial. So but yeah, man, this is like textbook 50% continuation trade. Yeah, price
Yeah,
is
true.
bearish. Price is not bullish. You want to buy, you look for a medium inducement. We understand there's no medium inducement here. Okay, so
Bro, on website Deba Trading, so we have modules like reversal, continuation when we journal our trade there. Can you add, if possible, like another option like Asia 50% trade?
Asia
Will
what?
it make sense?
Oh, 50%?
Asia
Yeah.
50%. Yeah.
Yeah, but that
So
that
when I
lies
take
down with
Asia 50%, then
that lies down with continuation. See that this is either a
oh
continuation or a setup. There's no such thing as 50.
yes.
This is
Yeah,
called
makes sense now.
continuation.
Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense now.
There's no medium inducement inside Asia, bro. Previous day structure. Within Asia is minor inducement. So you have to sweep a high like this or a low or something. But just notice, yeah, when Asia does the medium inducement, right? It usually come back for a minor inducement before it goes. But I'm looking to buy overall. This is just a complex pullback. But for me to buy, I want this level cleared. I want this level cleared. This is the only way I'm buying. See this 1900 level support resistance level right here? Once that gets cleared, I would look to buy. Right now, there's no buying for me. It just only sells for me. And once this level cleared, like I said a couple days ago, I would look to buy.
I had a hope you will. I was wondering internally, can you see the Asia SMT that price is reacting from?
Yeah.
Should you expect a man inducement of the break and retest from over there, or should you expect a man inducement?
Should I expect? I mean, it's gonna give you a reaction, right?
Thank you.
Yep. It'll give you a reaction. Smart money zones is supposed to give you reactions.
And not minor inducements, just reactions.
No, I mean, how you trade them is a minor inducement. You need to induce liquidity. That's how you trade them. But this does not hold any weight right here. You know, so I'm holding my position. I'm not closing nothing. But this does not hold any weight. So now if it goes make a high, cool. I'm not mad. But this how I frame my day. When you see Asia push 80 pips, it's kind of hard for price to go the opposite way, you know?
100%. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Six, I have a question.
What's up, my bro?
We know that pre-London structure is SMT because it's Frankfurt, so it's a trap, right? What about New York, pre-New York structure? Because yesterday I took a sell from
Yeah, I got
pre-New
smoke
York
too,
structure.
man. I got smoke too. I got smoke with this wick. That was
Yes, me
myself.
too. Me too.
Myself
But
right
do
here.
you, yeah, but do you consider pre-New York structure as a trap like SMT,
Yes,
like we do in
sometimes.
London?
Not all the time. Sometimes, yes.
So in which occasions?
Sometimes, yes. But this is also pre-New York early buyer trap right here, right? And it's coming to a what? A decisional zone that led to this break of structure. That's why I was confident about this, but I hit that wick stop loss, you know?
Okay. Yes. But when do you consider it as a trap?
एकदम नहीं जंग रहे एक नंबर के नहीं जंग रहे काम चोर वो सब बताएंगे अच्छा है ये है वो है
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So when do you consider it as a trap?
When?
When do you trade it? Yes, when.
When the context doesn't align.
Okay.
When there's no story.
When there's no story, you consider it as a trap. But when
Yes, sir.
you see a story, you consider it like a legit structure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I get you now. Thank you.
Right, 1890, right? 950. Where's 950? Oh, you're talking about this? This is an inducement with an Asia. I mean, it could hold, but I'm not trading. I don't trade inducements in Asia.
Yeah, I saw that and thought there was going to be buys in it, but
You got it?
Can I ask a question if that's possible again?
Yes, sir.
If in phase one and you're in drawdown, how do you react to it? Let's say you got 3% left.
How would you react, you said?
How would you trade it?
A plus setups, my boy. It's the only way.
Saying that
If it's not an A plus setup, you shouldn't be trading it.
And risk wise,
What? Yeah, I was
Risk
gonna ask.
wise, 0.5.
What's your account size?
0.5 risk. That's what I would do.
appreciate it, my bro.
Yeah, bro, no problem. You gotta understand, right? 3K left, 3%, which is 3K, right? That's 3 trades. If you get 3 trades wrong, your account is blown. So I cut that in half. So now I have 6 trades for me to go to blow up account.
Thank you, bro. I understand that.
No worries, bro. Whether this takes me out for break even at 1 to 3 or not, I don't care about. I'm holding this. Medium inducement, bro, has to happen in your session, bro, not in Asia. This is Asia. This is Asia low. Is my break even at 1 to 3? Nope. My break even is internal structure. So as soon as it crossed this level, as soon as that crossed, I went break even. This internal structure. Because I'm not looking for crazy, like 1 to 10 or 1 to 15 for me to hold. I'm looking for a 1 to 3 and a 1 to 6. That's what I'm looking for.
Bro, quick question.
Yeah.
On EU, if you look on the 1 hour, price is
Yeah.
still respecting or if actually 4 hour, price is still respecting that 4 hour imbalance.
Yeah.
And you can see it's broken up to the upside on the 1 hour, and or even on the 15 minute, it's done like a two leg to the upside. So it took out yesterday's low, so it took out previous day low, and it's done
Where's
two
where's
legs
2 legs? Where do you see 2
on the
legs?
15.
Where do you see 2 legs here?
If you zoom in, there's that
Okay.
2:15 a.m. or this Friday low. It's
This
pushed up to the upside. Where you marked out the SMT.
here?
Yeah, so it's broken
I
up.
just have
Well,
to
it's gone
ask
up.
you a question, yeah?
Uh-huh.
How does this hold any relevance? What's the relevance here?
It took out previous day low, and it's pushed price up to
So
the upside
what?
twice.
But so what? It takes out previous day low. Go to the 1
Okay.
hour, okay?
Yeah.
When a body candle closes this much with momentum, right? Look.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to 4 hours. When
Yeah.
body candles coming at you like this, momentum. Why does this
Yeah.
matter? I'm not saying it cannot go and make a high, but
Yeah.
you just to read it, like you read in price, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you trade age or low inducements? If you do, then
No.
you take it. If you don't, so now I'm asking you, yeah, what makes a valid inducement, medium inducement?
It takes out high structure in your key time window.
Is this in your key time window?
No, it was in the middle of the night.
Then you just have to ask yourself, if
Okay.
this is relevance, if this is relevant to you, that's what you trade, you buy. If this is not relevant to you, you don't buy, you look for a sell, right? Because if you're looking for a continuation, right? If you're looking for a continuation, you could see what price is what bearish, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, boom, inducement, lower, low, right? So
Yeah.
where's the continuation? Continuation wouldn't be buys. Continuation, you'll be continuing the sells. Okay, now you'd be like, okay, we come here, efficiency or pullback, something, right? Now I'm looking for what? Reversal, right? So if I wake up, if this low was intact here, right? If this low was intact and Asia closed above, and now my London session opens up on this medium inducement, taking that, boom, here, I'm looking 100% to buy.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just that
But that's when I had a reversal setup in my session.
okay.
But
Yeah, no,
currently, I
I
only
was
have
looking for sells,
continuation.
but when I saw that the imbalance is still holding
Okay, I'm
and
gonna
it's
show you. I'm gonna show you a trick, bro. I'm gonna show you a
yeah,
trick, right? I know. I know everybody's Asia session is a different hour, but you, whatever flows for you. But I'm saying, if you wake up, right? How
yeah,
many pips does Asia usually go? Does it go 80 pips?
nah, not at all.
Okay, it goes about 29 average,
Yep,
right? 29, 25, 22, something like that, right? On
yeah,
average. So when you wake up and you see 80 pips, do you expect price to go the opposite way?
no,
Okay.
because it's
Now,
continuation,
okay,
yeah,
let me prove my point. Let me prove my point. Look now, yeah? 41 pips. What do you have? Continuation sells, right? 71 pips. What do you have? Continuation sells. Price is bearish on Asia. What happens? London, continuation. Let me prove my point. Here, look, yeah? This is average, 29 pips, right? Look, nothing happens here, right? Look, 67 pips. You see Asia, you wake up, Asia push 67 pips. What happened to London?
Yeah.
Continuation buy. I'm gonna prove my point here. I'm gonna show you. Look, I'm gonna show you. So you kind of understand what I'm talking about. Look, Asia, 40 pips. What happened in London? Continuation buy. Asia, 60 pips.
Okay.
What happens? London, continuation buy. There's a pattern there, no?
Yeah.
Then you
100%.
just, you wake up and you pick and choose. Whatever you trade is, you know what you trade. I'm just showing you.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, no, thank you
You
for
know what I'm
that.
saying?
So,
That's why this low does not hold any relevance to me. If it ends up going making a high, I'm not mad because
mhm,
I understand I could take this. Like how many days now I showed you, yeah? This is a continuation setup here, right? That's one. This is a continuation setup that I took yesterday. That's two.
yeah,
This is two continuation that I took here in London and New York, right?
yeah,
That's four setups, right? Now look, this setup I took the other day. How many now? Yeah? Look, this is another setup that I took that day. But
yeah,
you see how this is helping me to
yeah,
understand
100%.
directional bias when I wake up and see age session push 60 pips. That's not normal,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay, now that makes sense.
you just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you use it, I'm not telling you not to use it. I'm just saying there's something there, right? You just gotta ask
Yeah,
yourself, what's that? Now if you want to trade from this because you say this is a medium inducement, are you right? Yes, it is a medium inducement. Did it happen in your session? No. But people like to freestyle, right? People like to
yeah,
freestyle. One day they will consider this a medium inducement and they will buy. The other day they will not. There's no consistency, right? If you say medium
yeah.
inducement in your session, this didn't happen in your session, ignore it.
Okay. You
You get what I
see
mean?
the 5 minute, if you go on the 5 minute, that high that caused the breaker structure to the downside, um, and price is slowly retracing there. Would you take that, or would you, because there's so much imbalance above it,
I
would
just follow my
yeah,
my continuation modules, bro. 50% of Asia continuation. Weak low fails to make a higher high.
yeah,
I'm counting as this as an inducement, so I look for that. Can it go above and react off these imbalances?
yeah,
100%. Okay, but
yeah.
I don't wait for price to go up there. I react to what price is giving me in my session.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now that makes sense. Because sometimes I'm looking at like the 5-15 minute, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait for price to come all the way here, or
W-
I'm expecting New York to reverse up here and
You
then
just have to ask yourself,
continue
right?
down.
Look, now we're here, right? Now we're here,
Yeah,
right? Now you put your pip range from here to whatever zone. Say you want to sell from that high, right?
yeah.
And now you look, okay? This is about 66 pips. Do you think price is gonna come 66 pips up here to your zone, right? Because price is here now, right?
Yeah.
Here, price is here. Do you think price is gonna come 66 pips, right? Just to mitigate you and give you a trade on the same session? Probably not,
No, not in
right?
the same session, but right now I wouldn't trade like
Exactly. So
after
so
11.
like so like if you're not trading from here or here for the
Yeah,
session, you just close it. You be like, okay, this is the zone I want to get in. Price is not near that zone. I'm going to sleep.
yeah. But sometimes I see price come up to that 5 minute high in New York, slowly retraces, and then
Yeah,
it
that
just
could be a play,
manipulates.
100%. I
Yeah.
mean, there is an imbalance here that could go fill,
Okay.
100%.
Okay, no,
But
that makes sense.
like I said, you know, I don't contemplate myself. I just look what is going on in my session. I'm reading what
Yeah.
price is telling me in my session, and I'm trading according to that.
No, that's a good way to look at it. No, thanks for that, bro.
Yo, bro,
Yo, bro, what's going on, man?
if for you to need to buy right, you need a medium inducement. Where
Yeah.
would that medium inducement be?
Where would that medium inducement be? Obviously, here you have no medium inducement, right? And Asia did the medium inducement.
Mm.
So for me personally, if I'm looking to buy, once this Asia log is taken out, we in discounted regions, right? I'm
Yes.
buying. I don't care for the medium inducements because that would be efficiency of pullback.
Okay.
Okay, look, main push,
Yes.
complex pullback, efficiency of pullback. I would look to buy.
Okay.
It's just that
But
I don't buy from Asia low. You get what I mean?
I get you. But the medium inducement happened in Asia. So shouldn't you wait for 5 minutes, 2 legs?
No, I'll wait for a minor inducement. What do we say or what do I say when medium inducement happens outside window?
You need to wait for 2 legged 5 minutes
Or what?
or minor inducement.
Exactly. So if I get a minor inducement, I would look to buy.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just
Thank you.
because it's Asia low, so I'm not really considering 5 minute slugs. Like for example here, yeah. Let's see. Let me delete all of this. Oh man, this guy's got a mute. Let's see here. Now look, yeah, this is a medium inducement, right? Why? Because it took structure to the left on M15, right? When did that happen? Outside key time window, right?
It's Frankfurt.
Exactly. So it happened outside the key, our key time window, right? So look,
Right.
what do I wait for? I wait for M5 two legs to understand, okay, price now is gonna push from here. Look, yeah, look. High, low, lower high, lower low. This is set up for London. You traded 1 to 3.
Okay.
It would have gave you 1 to 3.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir, no problem.
If you get that medium inducement, let's say in New York where Asia lows get taken out and price comes lower into that discounted region and you get your confirmation or
buying.
whatever,
I'm buying.
would you, but the thing is, where would you target? Because we've been bearish.
This
Would you
high.
target Thursday's high or overall high?
This high. Anywhere that comes here, I'm cutting my price, cutting my trade.
Okay, so you're targeting the fair value gaps and imbalances.
Yeah,
Is
because
a good reactor for there.
because I don't think this is gonna go give me a higher high. If I thought this is gonna go give me a higher high, I would have hold for long. But
Yeah,
like if I look on a 4 hours, we're still on top of a push, right? So I'm
yeah,
expecting a little bit more retracement. Now, if I look on a 1 hour, right, and go to the daily, right, and put a line here, at the top, right, this high.
yeah,
Now, what I use, the low that led to a major inducement is usually a trap. I'm not telling you implement it. I'm not telling you do whatever you want, right? But to me, this is the low that has led to this major inducement. This is more likely a trap, but it's a good reaction zone. So I don't want to be naive and be like, oh, this is a trap and just mark it as a trap because it could still buy and go make a higher high, right? I just don't expect it to go make a higher high. But if I find a buying setup here, I
yeah.
am buying.
So it's basically like a smart money trap on a high time
Yes.
frame, which gives you a lower time frame, like good reaction.
Yes, it's a good reaction zone, but I don't expect it
Yeah,
to go make a higher high. Now, if it does, that's why I'm trading it. I'm reacting to price.
yeah,
You could predict one thing, but you have to react to what price is telling you or showing you,
yeah,
right?
no,
So
100%.
if this is still the low that made a higher high, this is your dealing range on a H1. I don't believe it's gonna hold. I believe it's gonna give you a good reaction, maybe here, then price goes down. You go what I'm saying? Or something.
Yeah,
I don't believe, like for me personally, I don't believe it's gonna give me a higher high, but if 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 it does, it does. I gotta see how the momentum coming up. Like if I get in a trade here and I start seeing price coming up like this, I'm letting it run.
yeah,
And and you see what your team just said is I think the struggle that we have at the beginning when we start trading is getting your head around them. So like medium inducement, the 1 minute supply, and the 1 minute structure that caused the medium inducement usually gets small. It's the same concept, and it's the same concept on every time frame. If that makes sense. So obviously, the day in this case, we have a major inducement on the daily, and if you can see liquidity underneath that level, and we're far up on the push, this is when you look on the likelihood of that demand zone. Is it going to hold or is it going to be small? Because we're far up and there's liquidity underneath it. Does that make sense?
Just think about it, right? Look, if you have a daily zone that you say is a SMT zone, right? Say price is bullish from here, right? And you say this daily zone or this daily zone is SMT, right? And now price is mitigating this daily zone. What do you need from here, right? Do you need a minor inducement or you need a major inducement? If this is a daily trap zone, it's gonna give you a reaction, right? So if this is a daily trap zone, I need at least a 4 hour inducement, like H4 inducement for me to go by the opposite way. Okay? And now if it's a 4 hour supply or demand that I say is a trap and I want to trade the opposite way, I understand it still could hold for a reaction. So what I need? I need a H1 inducement. So on a H1 time frame, I need okay. That's an inducement now. Okay, now let me buy. Okay. And if it's a H1 smart money trap, I need a M15 medium inducement. And if it's a M15 zone that is a trap, I need a M5 minor inducement. And if it's a M5 trap, I need a M1 minor inducement. You get what I mean? Like you wouldn't go on a daily supply or demand and prices mitigate and you'd be like, okay, that's a trap. Let me look for a minor inducement buy. You look for a 4 hour inducement. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. No, usually when a 4 hour candle takes out another, usually just targets the other one.
Yes, sir. When I said this is a trap, nobody believed this. Right here. When I said this whole area is a trap. And I was buying all the way from here. Okay? When I said this is a daily what? Trap. What do you need? A 4 hour inducement. So if you need a 4 hour inducement from here, right? This is a trap, right? If if this is the zone and you need a 4 hour inducement, you need at least, okay, it could go from here. It could go from here. You wouldn't look to buy it from here. You wouldn't look for a minor inducement and buy because this is a high time frame trap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is Urimi did not say this, bro, but I'm just letting you know. If medium inducement happen outside key time window and my narrative is right, I look for two legs on M5, not M1. Then I trade it. Why? Because I'm waiting for price to develop to see, okay, is there intent for me, is this medium inducement valid? There's intent for me to take or not. Urimi did not say this. I'm telling you that's what I look for. This is not something that Urimi said, so don't go back to him and be like, yeah, you said this. He did not say that. I'm telling you what I look for. If a medium inducement happen outside key time window and I want to trade it, I look for M5 two legs, not M1, M5 two legs, because I'm looking for price to develop to show me intent, trap, stuff like that for me to potentially, buy or sell it. Yeah, bro, I got you. I got you with settings right now. For a POI to be valid. See, bro, when London opens, bro, I don't pick POIs like this and trade from. Okay? because that could hold, that could break. I don't know, right? So if you pick up POIs and enter at POIs, that's what you do. Me personally, I look inducement, intent, you know, and follow that with market structure and all of those stuff. Then that's how I enter. So I wait for London, sweep, medium inducement, that, then I frame myself. Well, I frame myself for sells as soon as I woke up. But like if you enter from here, you don't know if price is gonna stop here or induce that high before it comes lower, right? So, setting a limit here is kind of like risky.
Um, before before London opened, hello?
Yeah. Yeah, I can
Oh
hear
yeah,
you.
so before London opened, on the higher time frame, I seen that the previous higher high didn't create necessarily a lower low, unless it did with candlestick anatomy. But I tried to look at it properly and it didn't see much.
On a higher time frame. What higher time frame? 4 hour, 1 hour?
Four hour,
What were
yeah,
you looking at?
the 4 hour. You see the
Okay.
previous psychological level, it looked like an inducement of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, bro. I just don't like. Okay, you see this area?
Yeah,
Let me show you an example. And that's how I got the buys from here. Let me show you another example, right? Look, let's look at the 1600 region. Okay, this is a major
yeah,
psychological level right here, right? Now put a box around here because that's what support resistance do, right? I told you if it does not close as a body, they keep buying. Look at this area, right? Look how many times price reacted off here. If it does not close as a body, they keep buying. Remember, right?
yeah.
Now let's go on the 4 hours, right? We're on the 4 hours. Look how many times price reacted from this area, right? As long as it does not close as a body, these guys are buying. Wicks does not count for them. Wicks, they do not count as a break of structure. So now when I look at this, right? So when I look at this, when price was here, it mitigated, look, did not body close, give him a fake out plus an inducement. I'm like, yep, next day I'm buying. Then I woke up and Asia pushed 60 pips. I was in from here. I was in from here. I closed somewhere up there, here somewhere.
No way.
I swear to God, bro, there's no reason for me to lie.
Certified.
Go check it. I have a whole video on this. I was trading this live, matter of fact. Go on YouTube, you'll see it.
No problem. I'll check it out.
So like today, for me to like buy personally, I need this cleared. I need that area cleared. Once that clears, I'll look to buy. I'm not telling you don't buy. If you want to buy from here, buy by all means. Me personally, I'm not.
No problem. Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, you see the trade that you're in right now?
Yeah.
Um, you said on the 5 minute, price came up and took out some of the structure in Asia and then did a two leg on the 5 minute. But after it did a two leg on the 5 minute, um, you waited for a breaking test, and once the breaking test got taken out, you entered off of that.
Okay, so let me show you, yeah? Let me remove all these markings. Okay, so now if I open my session, this box indicates London, first hour of London, right? I understand London open on a minor inducement, right? Okay. Now just read details. Let's read details. What is right before London? Frankfurt, right?
Frank.
So this is the highest area Frankfurt went, and I seen this minor inducement, right? Look,
Yep.
this is the low that led to this high. Okay, you can
Yep.
see like, look, break, retest, price push lower, right? Look, comes back with trend line. Minor inducement. So you got one minor inducement, two minor inducements, right? So now look, you expecting price to go lower. What does this become? A trap region, early buyers, right? Look, What does price do here? Break, test. Look, it broke here, right? Look, broke, retest, minor inducement. That's 3. You get what I mean? You just have to
Yeah.
read price, what price is telling you. Okay, now look here. What happens? Break, price broke here. Look, retest, minor
Yeah.
inducement.
How come you only covered that high with your
Be-
SL?
Because I took it on an M3 candle. This one of the executions I do.
Okay.
Where after a smart money trap like this, and I see this momentum candle, I go like this. From low to high. Obviously, I'm waiting for a retracement, but like say if I market execute, I would do this and just cover the high.
So you
And that
don't
will still give you a 1 to 3.
okay, because it's
Look,
coming with so much momentum.
maybe it didn't here, did it? Didn't yet. But I got in from here of this order block. But like usually when
Yeah.
I market execute, it'll be like this, something like this.
Okay. But you don't wait for because of that candle you're saying because it's coming down with so much momentum.
Okay, so
You don't
I'm
expect a retracement higher
yeah, I'm gonna show you here. Yeah.
into premium.
Look where yesterday respected, yeah. Let's see here. Same area, smart money trap, right? This is the same area, smart money trap. This is the candle that I got in yesterday from. This M3 minimum wick candle. That's what I sold from yesterday in London, right? So now put from here to here, right? And now let's go right. Did price respect that or not?
Yeah.
Just go back test it. That's all I'm telling you. This is what
Is
I
that just something you've seen with that
this
come
what
ups
I
again and again and again?
yeah, that's how I trade those smart money traps.
Okay.
And you can see, it will give you a good trade. It's up to you where you get in from. But this candle, you know, that's how I get in usually if I market execute.
No, okay, thank you for that, bro. I'll look at it.
Yes, sir. Okay, minor induced high, now it's coming lower. It hasn't taken me out yet. Cool. Yeah, man. Like I don't know if you use divergence or not or stuff like that, but
Yeah.
if you
No, I look
if
at it
you
sometimes.
yeah, if you look for divergence here, right? This high is equivalent to this high, right? This high right here
Yeah.
is equivalent to this high, right? This
Mm.
high right here, right? This high right here is equivalent to this high. Now you can see what? Inducement, price here respected. Okay, so now if you go on M1, you can see here,
Yeah.
inducement high, respecting. So that, if you use that, that aids you sell or whatever.
Yeah.
If you're looking to sell.
No, thank you for that, bro.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. Oh, man.
Do
I
you use
want to see.
DXY, bro?
Nah, I don't even look at DXY, bro.
Okay.
That is a waste of time.
Okay.
Yasin,
Yo, Zarwan, what's up, man?
how are you, my brother?
Alhamdulillah, man. How you doing?
Alhamdulillah. Did you sleep in London Open?
I was knocked out.
You was knocked out, huh? Okay, okay. This setup, it was A plus setup, right?
Wait, what?
In London today.
Yes, like continuation? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now it just hit break even. So I closed 1 to 3 partial and I hit break even. So that was my trade for this session. Now I close my laptop and I come back in New York to reprice.
Yeah, khair, inshallah.
But this POI, I'm gonna be watching out for this POI later. Unmitigated POI right up here. Not now. When New York. This is way outside my key time window now. But that's how you know. 1 to 3 a session, very easy. Very easy to get. Uremi said you shouldn't be buying or selling at areas of second highs or lows. The demand you marked out It's saying out of London low. To be honest, bro, I don't care about that. How many people was waiting for this inducement yesterday? This is a London high, right? Right here, right? How many people was waiting for that inducement? Why that didn't happen? You know, I reprice. I don't, I don't care for session high and session lows. I'm not telling you not to follow it. You know, I'm just letting you know I don't follow it personally. How do you scale a running position? I only scale a running position, bro, if I'm in from here. If I'm in from a trade here and now, price is here, okay, now maybe I'll scale in. But, if I'm in from here, I'm catching price at the middle of nowhere. Any pullback might just take me out. I'm not gonna be scaling in another position here. But if I catch it from top, I'll scale in.
Bro, quick question. If so, you're looking at the first hour of London and New York to see how they open up. If they open up to an inducement and they've induced other highs or lows, you usually look for a reversal after that first hour.
Medium inducement, bro. Medium inducement reversal. No medium inducement continuation. Here, okay? Me, I want at least a minor inducement of this age low. Because here we talked about that level, right? So if it comes, takes it out like this, I'll look to a buy. Even though this is not a medium inducement, we reach efficiency of pullback. We could go look for a buy, right? Here, when price is here, do you have a medium inducement? No. What is price? Price is bearish. Where will be a continuation? Will be a continuation buy or sells if price is bearish?
You getting a hack thing? Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Okay.
If price is bearish,
Yeah.
it's gonna
So
continue
that POI
bearish.
that you marked out the London high,
Yes.
you expect price to basically come there, see how it reacts, and continue
Yeah,
down.
but it's not for this session. Like,
For New York, yeah.
yeah. Or maybe price could react
think
from
it's
this
that.
imbalance, somewhere from this imbalance, but I expect this low to break. If now, New York later,
Mhm.
I wake up and it's taking this low, I'll look to a buy.
Okay. But if New York takes out that London high, you're still looking
Uh,
for sales. That's
yes, sir.
another confluence.
Yep. Because you
Okay.
gotta understand, like I said, this is a trap area.
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
is still within that zone.
Thank you.
So
It's okay.
I don't know who's speaking, but
Enjoy.
okay, that's muted now. Um, yeah, so like this area for me personally, I want this like low cleared out for me to go look for a buy. If that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but you have to read momentum, how price is coming up here, right? If it's coming up like this, maybe you shouldn't sell it from here, right?
Yeah.
But if price is building up liquidity as it's coming up, it's leaving equal lows or coming up with a trend line or doing a breaking test, and now it's here, and that's your session opening here on London, I could still trade that to the downside.
Okay. But
Just
you
like
marked that
here.
out
Just
that
like here.
zone.
You see this?
Yeah,
Price
induced.
building up liquidity comes here, and you look to sell it.
Okay. But that zone that you marked out, you're just gonna watch
Just
that zone.
monitor, yeah.
Yeah. And then
Because
what do
if
you
you
look for when
just
it comes in? Do you look for an M1 two leg and then enter off that?
Yeah, you could look for a two leg, you could look for a break test, you could look for, a couple things. Yeah,
And
it's however you execute on a lower time frame.
but you're saying the break and test and the change of character to the downside is enough of a confidence for you. They're both equal.
To be honest, bro, I don't trade
Oh,
two legs. So I'm being honest with you, like this, I don't
yeah.
trade them
Okay.
because like when I started trading, I'll see two legs and I'll try to trade. By the time it comes here and I'm looking, it does this and it goes like this. Why? Because you made a trend line.
Okay.
So me personally, I don't trade two legs. What I trade is this, say I'm looking to sell, I look for a break, test, price comes in like this, boom, I'm in from here, or I look for, um, so like this, boom, boom, and say I'm looking to buy, price does this, right? Then comes down, induce. I'm not in from here. This area, I'm not in. I will wait for this to be a smart money trap. Gives a fake reaction, breaks, and I'm in from here.
You just market execute.
Market execute, yeah.
Okay.
I'll only put a limit if I'm too late to market execute.
Yeah. Okay, now that makes sense.
I
Okay.
market execute everything.
Yeah, Zarwan said he trade one leg. I'm not ashamed, Zarwan. Come on, stop it.
No, I don't trade one leg.
No, Zarwan, he's being funny.
Oh, yeah, I market execute everything. Everything underneath the sun, I market execute.
Yeah, I wait for a reaction, then
Yeah, wait for the reaction, give you that good
But you do
coming
understand
away.
some days is not market execution, right? Some days you
No,
just
no,
have to put a limit. Like for example here, right? Like
when it's
today,
touch and go.
right? You expecting an inducement, right? So you don't market execute this. Okay? You see break, test, and price coming back with trend line. You put a
Yeah,
limit.
there is trend.
Those are the days you put a limit here. And you cover that high. Like where I entered here, there is no way I could put a limit here. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. So I have to
No,
market execute that.
because you got trend line above you as well, isn't it?
You get what I'm saying? I have to
Yeah,
market
yeah.
execute that. But like this, there's time for a limit, there's time for market execution. You just have to find your sweet spot and what works for you. And whatever works for you, that's what you use. But all right, man. I'm about to go to sleep. You guys stay blessed, man. And I'll see you guys in oh, one guy asked. Juma Mubarak, my guy. One guy asked, where was it? High scaling, not that one. Who asked about our indicator? Session indicator. Here's my settings, bro. Here's my settings. If you want to copy the same thing, go ahead. If you don't, up to you. Okay, I'm gonna explain this one time, yeah? Because I know a lot of people don't know how to use it, right? See this 30-day? This is that. This is this. This is the average 30 days. Session average 30 days. Because I don't care for the year, how much the year London session average. I care for the month because I'm trading month to month, right? So I want to know last month was the average on Asia, was the average on New York, was the average on, London for pip range, average movement. This right here, this number right here that says 20, this is last 20 days, the first hour of the session. So this number here, this is the average last 20 days, the first hour of London, average about 16 pips. Okay, this London session actually did 20 pips, but on average it will give you 16 pips move from the point London opens the first hour. Okay, this right here in the middle, this is what's it called? This is current session, how much it moved. So you can see here, London currently moved 44 pips. So if you go from the high to the low, it should give you what? 44 pips. Let's try that. So this is the high where London opened to the low, right? Look, it gave you what? 44 pips, 45 pips. See it? This is that. It show you how much it currently moved. London, New York, whatnot. So that's how that goes. Yeah, bro. So my settings are like, I live in New York, so it's a little bit different, but it's the same time. We trade the same time. So, you know, um, whatever your thingy is, UTC 4, UTC 3, whatever it is. Mine is UTC 5. So, you put it here and you put your sessions, right? My Asia opens at 5 p.m. A lot of people Asia opens a different time, do whatever works for you, however you want to use it. My age opens at 5 p.m. New York time, which is 1700, and it closes 2 hours before London session, which is what? At 1 o'clock in the morning because my London session is at 3 in the morning. Right now it's like almost 6 a.m. So Frankfurt opens at 2 in the morning, which is for you guys at 7 o'clock a.m. It closes at 3 because 3 is what London open. You know, I only want to find out 3 to 4. What's the session range for 3 to 4? Because that's what I usually, you know, trade. New York trap opens 1 hour before New York actually opens our time window. So that's that, you know. This is these lines. This is Frankfurt open right here. Okay. This is Frankfurt closed. Then when New York open, you would see another line right here at 8 o'clock for me.
You don't trade the first hour of New York, right?
No, bro.
Okay.
All right, man. I gotta go pray, Fajr. You know, you guys do what you gotta do. Juma Mubarak, man, and I'll see you guys in New York session. Guys, be
You
safe.
bro,
Yeah,
Yasin.
man.
Thanks, Yasin.
Thank you, my bro.
Yeah, man. You guys be safe.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Yasin, I want to tell you,
All right.
the indicator, you don't need to change anything. There will
Yeah,
be
you
like
don't.
so I didn't change nothing because it was confused first time I changed it. So I have to, you
Yeah.
know, put them off and then put it again. So you don't need to change anything.
Yeah, it's already preset. It's already preset. It updates by itself. It already see your you know your session. So that's what I
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
people.
So
Just
the
add it.
other,
You
the
don't
other
have to change it.
yeah, because the other indicator you have to change the timing.
Yeah, this
This one
literally
it
is
was like international, what you call it.
yeah. This session this indicator I made it the way how we trade. So it's you know you just put it down and you have all your information. You know. So I know a lot of people ask about this. So when your session open for New York, you will see it will tell you, okay, if you here, it will tell you how many pips, you know, from here to here it went. So you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that, right? It, will- because now if you see price in New York here push 70 pips and you're waiting for this zone to get mitigated, but price is here and this is 70 pips away, you're probably not gonna get a trade here, right? So you don't waste your time. So yeah. All right, man. All right, guys. You guys stay blessed, man. You know, enjoy a day with your family. I gotta go pray, man. It's time for prayer now. All right. I'll see ya,
Thank you,
man.
bro. See you in NY.
All right.